by Adidas, the official apparel and equipment supplier of Canada's national teams, and by TELUS, proud sponsor of the Canadian national team.
And welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago, just moments away from the semifinal showdown between Canada and the United States. Stephen Hart, the interim head coach, wraps up his tournament this weekend, whether it's tonight or Sunday in the final. And then he will resume his role or take on his new role as assistant coach to head coach Dale Mitchell, who will take over at the end of the Under-20 World Cup. For Canada, not too many changes. In fact, Craig, 0 changes from the team that beat Guatemala.
Yeah, the team that beat Guatemala 3-0. There is no changes, and why would you change? Everybody's healthy, fit, and raring to go.
Same flat back four that have played the entire tournament for Canada: Jacek Hastings, Haino, and Paul Stalteri. For the United States, well, they can put out 2 strong squads if they wanted to. Casey Keller in goal, and that's probably the main change worth talking about.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And Johnson up front as well. Very attacking lineup. Have a look at number 8, Dempsey. Number 9, Johnson. And Landon Donovan, hot striker number 10, will be playing right side midfield.
Landon Donovan was initially slated to start up top of it as a striker with Benny Feilhaber playing as the right winger, but Feilhaber's been taken out in place of Johnson, so Johnson goes up top and Landon Donovan moves back to play on the right side. But this is a very attacking lineup for the United States. Here is the officiating crew for you. Benito Arcundia of Mexico is the referee. His assistants, Luis Camargo of Mexico and Ricardo Louisville of Suriname. And the 4th official is Walter Quesada of Costa Rica. The pitch at Soldier Field, Craig, we were down walking on it earlier. It is magnificent.
It is absolutely perfect, and it really is an otherwise a perfect day so far, but there are some weather changes possibly in store for this game later on.
Well, the weather forecasters have been calling for a chance of thunderstorms all day long, although it has been a beautiful day in Chicago. Not too hot, a dry, summery air temperature. Just very comfortable, not hot at all, but we'll see what transpires during the course of the evening from a weather point of view. Once again, no changes for Stephen Hart. That 4 at the back of Jacek Hastings, Haino, and Stalteri have played every match. Hutchinson, Di Rosario, and de Guzman have played every match in the Gold Cup as well. Martin Nash has played most of it. Patrice Bernier and Ali Gerba, the striker up top. And there is Julian de Guzman, plays for Deportivo La Coruña. All time against the U.S., well, it's not easy, as we all know. The most recent meeting, however, was a friendly in San Diego, January of 06. That was a 0-0 draw. And there's Di Rosario with 3 goals for Canada, and we are underway here in the Gold Cup semifinal. The winner to take on either Guadeloupe or Mexico Sunday afternoon in the final. And this is Carlos Bocanegra to get things started. Downfield, Richard Hastings clears that. The U.S. on the attack right away through. Oh, great save there from Onstad as Donovan took the shot, and that ball's cleared by Bernier. First shot advantage to the United States.
Well, Pat Onstad, he might have to get used to it. He's going to have more to do in this game than he did against Guatemala. That's no doubt about that. And with this attacking lineup that the U.S. have, they're going to try and get at the back line of Canada, who they think cannot cope.
This game is expected to have a very quick pace to it. Here's Donovan breaking into the box. Still with it. Crosses in front. Shot deflected. Didn't get to Onstad, but the U.S. with immediate pressure here. Frankie Hayduk swings one in. Cleared away. All U.S. right now. Canada on their heels to begin, unlike every other match in this tournament where they've had tons of possession, especially in the early going. It's Hayduk into the corner. Ball stays in play, picked up by Pat Onstad.
Let's have a look at the early save right off the bat. The first minute, long-range shot, the ball moving all over the place. Pat Onstad, good save, good lateral movement, but you don't want to be palming it back into play either.
Ball cleared forward, and there's Hastings again, who has done so well out of position as a center back in this tournament. Ante Jacek has made runs up and down the left flank all through the tournament, now gives it to Martin Nash. Nash back to Richard Hastings. Andrew Haino. Now Hastings. Canada slowing things down a little bit. Onstad. Quick passing here by Canada. Martin Nash goes across the pitch for Dwayne De Rosario, unable to connect on that one. United States defeated Guatemala to start the tournament, then Trinidad and Tobago. As you look at the Canadian subs, Chris Posniak, Ian Hume sitting there, Kevin Harms. U.S. beat Guatemala 1-0. It started off, then they beat Trinidad and Tobago 2-0, and in that game they started 10 players that did not start the first one. That's how deep the U.S. squad is. Then they went on to demolish El Salvador 4-0. That was the only game they've been really satisfied with from start to finish. And then it was a 2-1 nail-biter against Panama as they gave up the late goal, letting Panama back into it. However, they have prevailed, and here they are. This free kick looks to be taken by DeMarcus Beasley, who plays for PSV. Into the box. Canada can't clear it. Swung across to the far side by Pablo Mastroeni. Back in it goes, and that will be let go by Stalteri to Onstad. A lot of players who play in Major League Soccer are out here with these two teams tonight. And at the Gold Cup in general, 21 altogether. Pat Onstad, Dwayne De Rosario on Canada, both play for Houston. Of course, Toronto FC sending several players to the Canadian team as well. Canada has 7 MLS players on their roster. The U.S. have even more than that. Hayduk plays for Columbus in MLS. It's cleared in by Michael Bradley, the son of the coach, by the way.
He's only 19 years old and representing the United States at the under-20 level.
Eddie Johnson, a terrific goal scorer in Major League Soccer, plays for Kansas City. A late change putting him in as a striker in this game today for Bradley, the head coach. Onstad trying to hook up with his teammate Dwayne De Rosario. It will be Canada's ball here, as they have yet to really get inside the U.S. final third at all so far. Jasic sends it back to Richard Hastings. Nash goes back to Andrew Haino. Stalteri. Now de Guzman. Now it's Mastroeni. He goes back to Oguchi Onyewu. Onyewu had played with Newcastle for part of this season in the English Premier League. Then he moved to Standard Liège in Belgium. Back for Keller. That's a dangerous back pass. And colliding with Keller a little bit, there's Ali Gerba, and there's no foul called, but the referee is going to tell Gerba to settle down a little bit, I think.
Well, it wasn't at all a good back pass. Canada's giving them a little bit of lesson on that, because some of the back passes for Canada have not been good, and they've really caused some trouble. Pat Onstad really taking a knock early on in this tournament from a bad one. Casey Keller doing a good job there, coming up and sweeping up the problem.
Beasley into the middle to Bradley. 19-year-old, plays in Ehrenvein. Youngest player for the United States. The oldest is Keller at 37. Bradley has it. Everybody let that ball go, Americans and Canadians, and it finds its way to Onstad. That play is offside. Actually, a foul called there.
Ali Gerba is a competitive forward who's done a great job for Canada, holding the ball up, using his strength. He's pretty good with the ball at his feet as well. He showed that his passing can be very clinical as well as his finishing.
Johnson and Donovan pressurizing the Canadian back line. They do get it out. Now it's Hutchinson. A little flick for de Guzman. He was bothered there by Onyewu, and that's offside for Canada. Gerba has played very well. This might be the coming of age party for him in this tournament, scoring goals, providing more than just being that target striker. Very good with the ball at his feet as well. Bradley. Nice work by Bradley. U.S. on the move. Here's Beasley. He's got Jonathan Bornstein, who plays for Chivas USA in Major League Soccer. Fine young defender for them. And Bornstein has it around Stalteri. There's Patrice Bernier to take it away from him. Patrice Bernier of Tromsø, Norway. He's come into his own in this tournament as well. While it will be Stalteri with the throw. Hutchinson goes back to Haino. Across to Hastings. Jazik into the middle to Nash. Guzman is tackled. Donovan has it. Nice moves there, and it's Johnson. Bornstein. U.S. looking very sharp in the early going. DeMarcus Beasley into the box. Haino comes across to cut that out. Gerba for Canada. Bradley hustles back like a rabbit to take it away from him, and now it's Donovan on his way. Bad pass by Donovan, goes to Bernier. Di Rosario with it. Nash. Bernier. Stalteri, the right back. Can't find Bernier with it. There's Nash. And it's cleared by Bornstein. Hastings under a little pressure, gets it to Haino. Rosario finding the long diagonal ball. Rosario against Hayduk. Donovan is back there as well. To Guzman. Jazik now to Atiba Hutchinson. Good possession here from Canada. They've settled things down, Craig, haven't they, a little bit?
Yeah, after the initial burst from the United States, they've done very well controlling the ball at times. They have to be able to move the ball faster than they did in the opening couple minutes, Canada, and they'll have to continue to do so against the United States, who will do that. And they have been criticized for their lack of punishing teams, the U.S., and that's why they're trying to get on to Canada quickly here in the opening moments, as the referee doesn't see a foul with that.
That was Dempsey with the ball through for Johnson, who was on his back looking for the call from Benito Arcundia. Didn't get it. Crowd not happy with that one. And instead, the assistant will call this one, and the referee is in agreement.
I'll tell you what, though, there's not a lot wrong with that. Well, with that one, possibly. I thought that he was very unfortunate, Johnson, not to get one there, but on that foul given by the assistant official, I thought that was just a good challenge.
Carlos Bocanegra, who toils for Fulham, the Barclays English Premier League. Fine center back. Bornstein. Now it's Mastroeni, back to Bornstein. Oh, there's a nice ball, and it's onside. And in comes Dempsey. Fine sliding tackle by Hastings. Bernier. Canada trying to regroup here now. It's Hastings. Jazik has it. Ante Jazik from Martin Nash. Stalteri. U.S. in that 2-1 victory over Panama. There were 9 bookings in that game, including a sending off of a Panamanian player. But 4 Americans picked up yellow cards as we watch Gerba, but he's being bothered by Bocanegra, who wins the ball. Keller under pressure, a little bit of trouble himself, and he goes down under the challenge from Di Rosario.
Great pressure from Canada. That's what you have to do when you see some trouble, when they have their back to goal. Challenge, come on in, get in there and challenge. But I must say that I thought that was a foul on Keller there as he goes down. But the pressure was great. There was no foul. In fact, Canada's got a corner kick. But good pressure from Canada all over.
And it so will be Martin Nash to take the corner kick, Canada's first of this match. Rosario right on top of Keller. The far post. Haino tried to head that back in, committing the foul at the same time. I was trying to say there are 4 Americans who picked up bookings in that last game. Beasley, Hayduk, Howard, and Onyewu, as you have a look at that foul by Haino. And so those 4 Americans pick up another yellow. They'll miss the final should the United States get there. Of course, Tim Howard not starting this one. In the game in his stead, Casey Keller in his 100th appearance for the United States. Donovan finding Johnson. Instead, it goes right through Johnson to Beasley. The shot is nowhere near goal. The United States due to announce their Copa America squad later tonight. There will be some of these players, no doubt, on that squad. Casey Keller might be one of them.
Yeah, he's an outstanding goalkeeper. I played against him at all levels, and when he was back in the days when he made his trip over to England and was playing for Millwall, he's had a great career in Europe. A lot of people didn't think he had the capabilities of having a career over there, but he certainly proved everybody wrong, and he's still going strong for the U.S.
Rosario. Copa America, of course, the South American Championship. They invite guest teams, the United States making their 3rd appearance in that championship. For some of these players, it means a long stretch away from their clubs. For instance, Landon Donovan, we've heard conflicting reports as to whether or not he would play or not, but if he goes on that team, that means he's away from LA Galaxy for a couple of months. So we'll wait to see if Landon Donovan takes on that challenge for Bob Bradley at Copa America. The Galaxy desperately need him back in the fold. They're struggling.
Yeah, former Canadian national team coach Frank Gallup would love to see Landon Donovan back in Los Angeles. That team with their latest victory in MLS, but still struggling along as the Galaxy. Gallup's still not there.
Ali Gerba winning the foul here. Down under the challenge.
The foul was given there. It was a little soft.
Bocanegra is the culprit. And so Martin Nash lines up to take this one. Gerba will be looking to knock it in. Swung in there, and there's a tug on the jersey of Haino. Offside is the call. But Haino, he was dragged. Well, maybe we'll have another look and see just how bad,
the assistant referee put his flag up really early. And I believe Haino ran into the offside position just before the kick was taken. And that flag came up for the offside quickly.
Johnson with it. Sorry, Craig.
Contact made there, but like I said, the flag was up early.
Bradley wins the ball from de Guzman for Donovan. Ball into the middle for Johnson. Not a good one. The U.S. do retain possession. Here's Bornstein, the youngster from Chivas. Gets it in there. Johnson lets it go through for Donovan. This looks good for the Americans. There's a strike right at Onstad. That came from the youngster Michael Bradley, but not a difficult one for Onstad.
Very well worked by the U.S. though. Great dummy right here. Lets it go out to Donovan. He takes a touch. Good patience. Sets up Bradley for a shot that he should connect with much better from that. A free strike from the edge of the box, and the 19-year-old son of the coach could not get a better shot off.
Just 19 years old, and yet he has played now in every Gold Cup match for the United States.
He's the coach's son. I guess have to play pretty poorly to get dropped.
Is the coach pretending he's a minor league coach? Youth club? At any rate, Bradley is a good one, no question about that. Here's Hutchinson. Back he goes to Haino. Stalteri. For de Guzman, too far for him. Bocanegra knocks it into touch. Guzman's trying to hurry things up here a little bit for Bernier. 3 Americans come back to close him down. The ball eventually won by Mastroeni. Bradley getting it forward quickly for Johnson. Hayduk making a run down the right side, but he's beaten to the ball by Jazic. Jazic is with it now. Hastings. Rosario across the pitch to Haino. One touch to Stalteri. One touch to de Guzman. Nash. Settling down just a little bit here. Still inside the first 20 minutes. Jazic sizes things up, tries to get it to de Guzman, knocking it back to Keller is Bocanegra.
That's where Canada has to show a little bit more patience. They've got the ball in the back, and they just feel that they get to a certain stage after 4 or 5 good passes that they have to push forward. Well, they don't have to. That's something that Stephen Hart's trying to work on them to show more patience.
Getting in behind. Well, it didn't work. It was Dempsey getting in behind there, but in the end, Lundstad smothered it. Hutchinson. Stalteri. Haino tries to connect with Gerba. It falls to Bernier. He's trying to find Di Rosario. Communicate, or one of them didn't communicate with the other at any rate. The ball went one way. Di Rosario is still standing. Static position. Dempsey now tries to flick it past Hastings and will not be tricked on that one. So Terry gets it to Bernier. Terry. Jazic. Bernier gets around. Well, he doesn't get around Bornstein, who has no choice but to tackle him, and that looks like it'll be a booking for Jonathan Bornstein. So Bornstein gets cautioned there on this.
Well, Bernier gets the better of him, and he does get the tug, and he goes down a little light there, but there definitely was a foul there, and Bernier was in on goal, certainly in a dangerous position. Good call by the official.
Bornstein, the first player booked in this semifinal. Nash to take the free kick. Rosario tries a volley, misses completely. It falls to Donovan. Donovan trying to get around Bernier. He does, but there's Di Rosario. Take it away from him. Headed forward by Bocanegra. As I said, United States in Copa America. They're in a group with Argentina, Paraguay, and Colombia, and they'll leave shortly after the conclusion of this tournament. So those club players on this team are going to be missing for a long time, the ones that are chosen for the Copa America team, as well as the Gold Cup squad. Haino. Stalteri. There's 3 of the 4 teams still left in this Gold Cup are winners of this tournament. In fact, they are the only 3 winners of the tournament. The United States winning most recently, Canada with that famous victory in 2000, of course. And the 4th team, tiny little Guadeloupe, a French department, but they don't play like they're not a real team. They are definitely a difficult squad to play against. There's a shot. Di Rosario just goes across the face of goal, and that's a corner kick as it was deflected.
Good effort, gets a half a yard. takes a deflection off the American defender. Nash puts a big spin on it. Casey Keller watches it go over the goal line to safety. Corner to Canada.
So after that initial quick jump start by the United States, things have settled down and have become fairly even since then. Here's the corner from Nash. Not a good one, cleared easily. Bernier sends it back to Hastings. Hastings launches one for Haino, who remained up after the corner kick. Hutchinson.
Canada hasn't quite got their shooting boots on yet. They've had a couple half opportunities from outside to strike it. Maybe Rosario mishit. Hutchinson with a poor strike on goal, missing the target there high and wide. They're not afraid to keep trying.
Bernier wins the ball in the air. Gerba slipped as the ball went the other way, and it's gobbled up there by Oguchi Onyewu for Hayduk. Too far for Johnson, and that was Hastings who recovered. To Guzman for Hutchinson. Couldn't get it through to Di Rosario. And now it's Donovan for Johnson against Hastings. Johnson cuts back. Now it's Donovan. Into the middle to Mastroeni. Bradley. Donovan. Americans and these fans looking for a handball against a Canadian player. It's not forthcoming. Di Rosario against Johnson. Two MLS foes. One for Houston, one for Kansas City. Now to Guzman. Play getting scrappy here. Mastroeni to Beasley. Bradley. Doesn't play like he's 19. Nice moves. A 1-2 for Bradley fails to materialize.
There's the handball that the Americans were looking for. More ball to hand. Getting really tight on the edge of the box there. The Americans looking for that one little last little clever touch to get a chance at Pat Onstad's goal. Didn't materialize.
Nash flicks it for Jazik, too far for him. He's going to try and chase that down unsuccessfully. Mastroeni. Beasley. Bradley for Bornstein, but it's not a good one. It's taken by Bernier. Bernier gets around Bornstein, but Bradley was chasing back to help. U.S. on the march now until Martin Nash comes over with a tackle and a foul.
Nash coming across there, giving up the foul and disrupting the build-up. American national team, it's a place where you do want to give a foul away. It's way out there at the halfway line.
Bocanegra. Stalteri can't keep it in play. The U.S. will keep it here. They wasted no time getting it back in play. Bornstein's cross. The U.S. in charge right now. Hayduk. It's a good ball from Hayduk. Onstad punches it out. Now it's Haino, and he was under pressure. The Americans settling in here now. Onyewu to Hayduk, and he goes back to Keller. Bocanegra. Back to Onyewu. And that's That's a bad play. And here's a ball for Gerba. Tries to play him through the middle of two defenders.
This is a great ball in the box by Hayden. And look at the big man, Pat Onstad, reading that really well, coming to help his defense out 7-8 yards out of his goal. That's what you need to do as a goalkeeper. A good delivery in the box from the Americans.
Nash to Jazik. Di Rosario. He has to send it back to Jazik. Cemented himself in that position as a center back. Has played every game in this Gold Cup. De Guzman flicks it for Gerba. And finally the referee blows it down. He was waiting until to see how that play finished out. But the yellow card comes immediately to Carlos Bocanegra.
Oh, it's a nasty challenge as well. Look at the pace of De Guzman. He gets it around him, and he takes a licking. And he's gone down. He looks hurt at the moment. It might be just more of an awkward landing because he does get hit really hard. And he's fortunate, really fortunate, not to land it on his head. And there's a lot of concern around for Julian De Guzman. Great feet by the little man, though, as he gets a touch on the ball, gets it around Bocanegra. But boy, oh boy, that was a nasty challenge.
That was as violent as we've seen in any of the Canadian games, I think, so far. Wow.
I do think he was, legitimately going for the ball as well. I don't think he was going to take him out, but Julian De Guzman's got so much pace. He's so quick. The ball was there 1 second and gone the next. He seems to be okay.
Yeah, he wants back in as quickly as possible. Di Rosario tries to find, it's offside anyway. Trying to find Atiba Hutchinson, didn't matter. Nash for Di Rosario. Taken away by Bradley, who's playing beyond his 19 years. Plays like a veteran out there. Donovan's got it. He gets by Nash. Nash recovers to chase him down again. Donovan's still going. Now it's Jazik. Calmly and coolly turns it the other way. Bradley flicks it for Beasley. Tries to get it to Johnson. Just about a half an hour gone now. Still no goals in this one. Well played, quick pace. There's a ball that's going to give Keller trouble. And getting you to it first is Gerba. And they've called it a corner kick for Canada, but nothing other than that.
Oh, I tell you what, the U.S. are lucky. Casey Keller's lucky. They made a mess of this. And I thought, go on, Ali Gerba, have a go. Take a chance. He does that. He gets over the top. He gets a touch on it, and he's taken out. And for me, that is an opportunity for a penalty. I mean, Keller was nowhere near it, and Ali Gerba goes down, but no penalty was given.
De Guzman's corner kick. It's Onyewu who got above everybody else to get rid of it. Canada quickly on the counter. De Guzman. Nash, free kick, or pardon me, his cross. Di Rosario couldn't come down with that. Bernier. Americans give it away. Haino, who had remained up there, wins that ball. Down goes Gerba, and another free kick for Canada just outside the box.
Well, Canada's getting some good positions. That's a good ball in the feet. And he's just pushed it over by Bocanegra. Very little contact, but the referee won't give those on the edge of the box.
An ebb and flow to this game. Started off strongly by the U.S. Then it sort of settled down a little bit. Both teams have had their moments, and right now it's Canada with the pressure and a free kick upcoming from a terrific spot.
The referee has told Canada to wait for the whistle. Trying to back everybody up 10 yards and having a hard time. They're not listening to him, but he's actually given in.
Di Rosario, Nash, and Stalteri all around the ball. Now Arcundia, the referee, is telling them again.
Look at the encroachment again, and he's not willing to give it. Look at that. They've got to give you the yellow card there.
It's off the post. Offside anyway.
I can't believe that officiating. He's telling him to get back. He's telling him to get back over and over again, and they end up taking the free kick. And Donovan's not even, 5 yards away after the ball, before the ball was touched. And the ball was come off a Canadian player in an offside position. Good call by the assistant, but how many times does the referee have to tell them before they give a yellow card for encroachment?
Don't see it very often. That's the problem. Just like you don't see yellow cards for diving simulation. The rules are on the books. Bornstein just simply knocked it into touch.
Let's have a look at Dwayne De Rosario's action after he takes the strike on net, comes off the post. He wasn't sure, and then he looks across at the assistant, sees the flag up.
Dwayne De Rosario has played some terrific football for Canada in this Gold Cup. 3 goals scored. Stalteri back to Andrew Hainaut. Hastings. Martin Nash. Bernier. Hutchinson. Now it's Beasley. But there's Bernier again, causing all kinds of trouble. Buzzing around there and winning it back for Canada.
Great pressure from Canada there, getting the Americans to spill the ball up in the final third.
Ball across for De Rosario. He was bothered by Hayduk, could not come down with it.
You get the feeling, Jerry, that the longer this game's gone on, the more comfortable Canada is becoming, certainly creating some opportunities and some troubles to the Americans, especially in defense.
Well, in the United States, by their own admission, have had an up-and-down tournament, have played very well at certain times and have struggled in others. The only game they felt really good in, beginning to end, was their 4-0 beating of El Salvador. But that's about it. Otherwise, only 1-0 against Guatemala, 2-0 against basically an amateur Trinidad and Tobago side when most of their World Cup players refused to play over a financial dispute with the Federation. And then 2-1 against Panama, who were down a man and scored a goal. Bradley looking for Eddie Johnson. The last time these two teams played in the Gold Cup, the United States won 2-0. That was in 2005 at the group stage. The last time they played in the semifinal, it was 0-0 after extra time. The United States won it on penalties. That was in 2002. Atiba Hutchinson. Hayduk beats de Guzman to it. The U.S. will have the ball here. There's Frank Hayduk. There's Donovan, who has 32 goals, 2 behind Eric Winalda. 10 Gold Cup goals. Landon Donovan, super striker for the United States. Missing in action from LA Galaxy. Almost wonder who's going to be back to LA first, Donovan or David Beckham.
It could be David Beckham.
David Beckham, the way it's going, if Donovan plays for the U.S. at the upcoming Copa America.
I'm sure Frank Gallup, the coach of LA Galaxy, would love to have them both back. They are really short on players at the Galaxy at the moment.
Bocanegra. Johnson flipped that one back. Didn't do any good. Hutchinson can't get going. Now here's a through ball for Johnson on the left side, but he's offside.
That was tight. Johnson is a good player. He knows how to time his runs. So look at that. It's just a step offside. The lines in the grass helping out the officials there. Good call with the assistant.
De Rosario takes a look. Finds Bernier. Ornstein is on Bernier. Stalteri. Rosario loses out to Beasley. Or Johnson. Later stages now of the first half. Still 0-0. There's Stephen Hart, who's waiting for some time off. By his own estimation, he's been away from home more than 90 days this calendar year with either the youth clubs or with the national team at camps and tournament play. He may or may not help out with Dale Mitchell at the Under-20 World Cup. We haven't determined his role yet. We do know he will be Mitchell's assistant with the full squad at the end of the Under-20 World Cup. And he'll also take some time off later this summer. Well deserved to be with the family.
That's a life of a coach at an international level. There's no question about that. Lots of travel, lots of time away from home. Also includes the players from time to time, too.
Dempsey hauled down there. Not too much doubt about that one. He's going to stay down for a minute as well. It was de Guzman committing the infraction.
De Guzman coming in hard. Good cutback. Gets the ball away from the player, de Guzman. And de Guzman just pulls him down.
Taking up his position in front of Pat Onstad. And here comes the free kick. The far post headed away by Stalteri. Donovan has it. Hayduk with a blast. Scores!
Good work for the Americans. He was half cleared. Paul Stalteri tries to close down here, and they work the ball around well. Landon Donovan gets his head up, and there's the difference between the two teams right there. The shooting moves to Frankie Hayduk. Lays it back to him. A terrific strike. Brings it in outside, and Pat Onstad has no chance for that. Look at this. Just come right back in outside of the right foot. Terrific strike by Hayduk, and the Americans have the lead 1-0.
That's Hayduk's first goal of this Gold Cup. It comes at a great time for the United States with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Hayduk, who plays for the Columbus Crew. We're just coming off an important victory against Kansas City in MLF. Payno with the saving header there with Donovan bearing down on him. Hastings. And now Jazic. Nash. Guzman. Gerba. Donovan the other way now. Donovan. Nash says no way, and Donovan is booked for simulation.
Well, that's the first time we've seen that in this tournament, Jerry.
We hardly seen it anywhere.
We don't see it very often. And quite honestly, you look at that, and that is no question. We see it happen all the time. He's looking for the dive. He's looking for the foul. And the referee does a great job. Why don't do that more often?
No complaints from Landon Donovan. U.S. ball here, but you're right. I don't know when we last saw that. It's a rare occurrence.
This is a goal from Hayduk, as you see Donovan just lay the ball back to him. And what a strike that is. Off the post and in. Absolutely perfect. But that's good work from Donovan as well. Knowing where everybody is, having your head up, ball at your feet. Great work from the States.
They turn it over right here. There's your goal scorer, Frankie Hayduk.
I was actually concerned just before that booking against Donovan for simulation. Canada had a couple of chances, and if they had taken a dive, I would have thought that might have been a foul. They might have given that, and then so goes down Donovan down the other end, and I thought their foul was given. What does he do? He books it for simulation. Well done to the referee.
Stalteri. Fournier's ball is cut out, but it goes back to Stalteri. There's a shot from well out.
The funny thing is you don't see a lot of diving between these two countries. Canada and the United States, very competitive. Can't say you never see it because we just have, but very rare as you see Paul Stalteri having his luck. Chance at goal there high over the bar. And Canada's had quite a few of those strikes. Just haven't been able to get their knee over it and hit the target when in trouble. Casey Keller.
Martin Nash. He's looking for options here. Takes the safe route to Jazzy. Di Rosario. Guzman. Stalteri. Beasley was bearing down on him, but he got it back to Hainault. Hastings. Crowd are getting into it now after the goal by Hejduk. Bocanegra. Back for Keller. Hutchinson. Couldn't get it to Gerba. Onyewu was there. Up comes Di Rosario, but he commits the foul. There's Beasley around Stalteri. Onstad comes out, pulls him down. It's a penalty. There was no hesitation whatsoever from referee Benito Arcundia.
And
Onstad pulled him down.
Arcundia was a long ways away from the play. As Onstad came whipping out, it was a great ball, cutting the Canadian defense open, just in behind Paul Stalteri. Look at the pace there. Pat Onstad comes up, stays big, and I gotta say that right away, I thought that was a penalty myself. He makes contact, and there is the player going down. Is he looking for it? Of course he is, but when you come out like that as a keeper, when you go to the ball, you have to make sure you get contact of it, or the referee will give a penalty, and that's what he's done.
Onstad muttering to himself and to the referee, no question, under his breath. Meanwhile, DeMarcus Beasley is still down on the pitch as we get set for a U.S. penalty.
And they are so quick up front.
Onstad and Donovan know each other very well, obviously, from MLS.
And I think he was saying that I did catch him as well.
Maybe they were discussing how Donovan's going to take the penalty. Maybe not. At any rate, Landon Donovan, on the stroke of halftime here, will have an opportunity to put the United States in front by 2.
Well, Pat Onstad made the save to win the MLS Cup for Houston last year. Can he do it again? This time for Canada.
Donovan has 10 Gold Cup goals, first for the United States all time. Here he goes on the penalty, and he makes it 2-0 United States. 11 Gold Cup goals, 33 all time for the U.S. 2-0 the score. We are into injury time.
Well, Pat Onstad moving around the line, trying to make a go of it. Landon Donovan decides to go straight down the middle. How many times you see that? They go straight down the middle, the keeper dives out of the way of it. Carlo Corzian did it back in 2000 against Colombia.
So that sets the stage for a very difficult second half for Canada. The United States in command now. They have not dominated this game, but they have taken their chances when they had them. And so they have a 2-0 lead. A penalty by Donovan, and then earlier than that, a Frankie Hejduk goal, making it 1-0. Our Sony halftime report comes up. We'll take a look back at this, and of course a Sportsnet Connected update as well. And so after 45 minutes of play from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the United States 2, Canada 0.